Most people over 60 focus on what they eat to control blood sugar. They count carbs. They avoid sugar. They choose whole grains over white bread. They read nutrition labels carefully. They skip dessert even when everyone else is enjoying it. And all of that matters. But here is what almost nobody talks about. There are things you may be doing every single morning before your first bite of food that could be sending your blood sugar higher. These are not food choices. They are habits, patterns, routines you have followed for years without thinking twice about them. And if you are over 60, your body is more sensitive to these triggers than it was 20 or 30 years ago. What you could get away with at 40 may be working against you now. Your metabolism has changed. Your hormones have shifted. Your cells respond to insulin differently than they used to. Today I want to share 5 morning mistakes that may be spiking your blood sugar before breakfast. These are simple things that millions of people do every day. And the good news is they are surprisingly easy to fix once you know about them. If you stay with me through this entire video, I will walk through each mistake in detail and explain exactly why it may matter for your metabolism. I will also give you practical swaps and solutions you can start using tomorrow morning. No expensive supplements, no complicated routines, just simple adjustments that work with your body instead of against it. Before we get into the 5 mistakes, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment right now with your age, where you are watching from, and what time you typically wake up in the morning. Do you ever notice that your blood sugar readings seem higher than expected first thing in the morning, even when you ate carefully the night before? You are not alone. Many people experience this and have no idea why. Let me know your experience in the comments. I read every single one. And if you find this video helpful, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. It costs you nothing, but it really helps more people over 60 find this important health information. Thank you so much for your support. Now let us get into mistake number 5. Mistake number 5 is hitting the snooze button multiple times. I know this one might seem harmless. Almost everybody does it. The alarm goes off, you are not quite ready to face the world, so you hit snooze and grab another 10 minutes of sleep. It feels so good to sink back into that warm pillow. Maybe you hit snooze 2 or 3 times before you finally drag yourself out of bed. But here is what may be happening inside your body during those snooze cycles. Every time that alarm jolts you awake, your body experiences a small stress response. It does not matter that you know the sound is just your alarm clock. Your brain registers it as an interruption, a sudden alert, and your adrenal glands respond by releasing cortisol, commonly known as the stress hormone. Now, cortisol is not inherently bad. In fact, it is supposed to rise naturally in the morning. This is called the cortisol awakening response, and it is what helps you feel alert and ready to start your day. Your cortisol levels are designed to peak about 30 to 45 minutes after you wake up, giving you the energy and mental clarity you need. But here is the problem. When you hit snooze and fall back into fragmented sleep, only to be jolted awake again 10 minutes later, you may be triggering multiple small cortisol spikes instead of one natural, gradual rise. Your body keeps getting shocked awake, responding with stress hormones, falling back asleep, and then getting shocked again. Why does this matter for blood sugar? Cortisol has a direct effect on glucose. When cortisol rises, it signals your liver to release stored glucose into your bloodstream. This is an ancient survival mechanism. Your body thinks it needs energy to deal with whatever threat woke you up, so it dumps sugar into your blood to fuel your muscles and brain. But there is no real threat. You are just lying in bed, avoiding the start of your day. Yet your liver is releasing glucose over and over with each snooze cycle. For adults over 60, especially those who already have some degree of insulin resistance or prediabetes, this extra glucose may not be cleared from the bloodstream efficiently. It just sits there, elevating your fasting blood sugar before you have eaten a single thing. The fix is beautifully simple. Set your alarm for the actual time you need to wake up, not 15 or 20 minutes earlier so you can snooze. When that alarm goes off, get up. Train yourself to rise on the first ring. If you struggle with this, try putting your phone or alarm clock across the room so you physically have to get out of bed to turn it off. Once you are standing, you are much more likely to stay up. One clean, calm wake-up is far better for your cortisol rhythm and your blood sugar than multiple interrupted snooze cycles. Mistake number 4 is not drinking water first thing in the morning. Think about what happens while you sleep. you go 6, 7, maybe 8 hours without drinking a single drop of water. During that time, your body is still working. You are breathing out moisture with every exhale. You may be sweating lightly. Your kidneys are still filtering. Your cells are still using water for thousands of metabolic processes. By the time you wake up in the morning, you are in a state of mild dehydration. For most people, this means their blood volume is slightly reduced and their blood is more concentrated than it was when they went to bed. Now, here is why this matters for blood sugar. When your blood is more concentrated, everything dissolved in it becomes more concentrated too, including glucose. The same amount of sugar in less fluid means a higher concentration. This is one reason why fasting blood sugar readings can sometimes be higher than expected in the morning. You have not eaten anything. You have been fasting all night. So why is glucose elevated? Part of the answer may simply be dehydration. Research has shown that even mild dehydration can affect how your body handles blood sugar. Dehydrated blood is thicker, harder to pump, and may not deliver insulin to cells as efficiently. Some studies suggest that chronic mild dehydration is associated with higher average blood sugar levels over time. For adults over 60, this is especially important because our thirst sensation tends to diminish with age. You may not feel thirsty even when your body genuinely needs water. Many older adults walk around in a state of mild dehydration day after day without realizing it, simply because they never feel the urge to drink. The fix is to make water your very first priority every morning. Before coffee, before tea, before checking your phone or turning on the news. Keep a full glass of water on your nightstand or right next to the bathroom sink. The moment you wake up, drink the entire glass. This simple habit rehydrates your blood, may help bring your glucose reading to a more accurate level, and supports healthy kidney function throughout the day. It also helps wake up your digestive system and prepares your body to process whatever you eat for breakfast. 1 glass of water, 30 seconds of your morning. It may make more difference than you expect. Mistake number 3 is going straight from bed to sitting and staying there. Let me paint a picture of a typical morning for many people over 60. The alarm goes off. They get out of bed, maybe visit the bathroom, then walk to the kitchen. They sit down at the table or in a comfortable chair. They have their coffee, their breakfast, maybe read the newspaper, or watch the morning news. And they stay seated for the next hour or two. Does that sound familiar? The problem is that your muscles are your body's largest consumer of glucose. When your muscles are active, when you walk, when you move, when you use them for any physical task, they pull sugar out of your bloodstream to use for energy. This is one of the most effective ways to lower blood sugar naturally. But when you sit still, especially for extended periods, that glucose clearing process slows down dramatically. Your muscles are in rest mode. They are not demanding fuel. The sugar in your bloodstream just stays there. After a night of sleep, your muscles have been completely inactive for 6 to 8 hours. They have not been pulling glucose from your blood. Meanwhile, your liver has been slowly releasing stored glucose to keep your brain and organs functioning overnight. This is called the dawn phenomenon, and it is completely normal. The result is that many people wake up with higher blood sugar simply because their muscles have been offline all night. If you then go straight to sitting and stay sedentary for the first hour or two of your day, you miss a valuable opportunity to help your muscles clear that glucose. Research supports the power of morning movement. Studies have found that even a short walk or light physical activity in the morning can significantly improve blood sugar control for the rest of the day. One study showed that a 10-minute walk shortly after waking reduced blood glucose levels more effectively than walking at other times of day. For adults over 60, this does not need to be intense exercise. It does not need to be a workout. It can be remarkably gentle. Walk around your house for 5 minutes. Do some light stretching in your living room. March in place while your coffee brews. Step outside and take a short stroll to the end of your driveway and back. If you have stairs, go up and down them once or twice. The goal is simply to wake up your muscles along with your brain, to send a signal to your body that says it is time to move and burn fuel. Even 5 or 10 minutes of gentle activity can help your muscles start pulling glucose from your bloodstream and improve your insulin sensitivity for hours afterward. If you currently go from bed to sitting and stay there for the first hour of your morning, try adding just 5 minutes of gentle movement. Track your blood sugar before and after for a week and see what happens. You may be surprised by the results. Mistake number 2 is shallow, stressed breathing in the first minutes after waking. Most people never think about how they breathe. It is automatic. It happens without conscious effort. But the pattern of your breathing has a direct and powerful connection to your nervous system, and through your nervous system, to your blood sugar. When you wake up in the morning, especially if you wake up feeling rushed, anxious, or mentally stressed about the day ahead, you may fall into a pattern of shallow, rapid, chest-based breathing. This kind of breathing, short inhales, quick exhales, breathing high in the chest rather than deep in the belly, is associated with your sympathetic nervous system, commonly known as the fight or flight response. When fight or flight activates, your body prepares for danger. Your heart rate increases, your blood pressure rises, your muscles tense, and your adrenal glands release stress hormones, including cortisol and adrenaline. What happens when these stress hormones flood your system? Your liver releases glucose. Your body is preparing to fight or run away from whatever threat it perceives. It wants fuel available immediately. But there is no actual threat. You are just lying in bed thinking about your to-do list. Yet your body is responding as if a predator just walked into the room. Glucose is pouring into your bloodstream. And for adults over 60, who often have reduced insulin sensitivity, that glucose may stay elevated. This can happen every single morning without you realizing it. You are not consciously stressed. You are just breathing the way you always breathe. But your shallow breathing pattern is constantly activating a low-grade stress response. The fix is to spend just 2 or 3 minutes doing slow, deep, intentional breathing after you first wake up, before you check your phone, before you look at your calendar, before you start mentally running through everything you need to do today. Sit on the edge of your bed or lie comfortably on your back. Place one hand on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose and feel your belly rise and expand. Breathe out slowly through your mouth and feel your belly fall. Try to make your exhale a little longer than your inhale, perhaps 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. This type of breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest response. It tells your body that everything is safe. There is no emergency. Cortisol production calms down. Your liver stops dumping glucose. Your heart rate slows. Your blood pressure drops. Just 2 or 3 minutes of this deep belly breathing can shift your entire nervous system into a calmer state. It sets a healthier metabolic tone for your whole day. And over time, if you practice this consistently, your baseline stress level may decrease and your blood sugar control may improve. This costs nothing. It requires no equipment. It takes less time than brushing your teeth. But it may be one of the most powerful things you can do for your blood sugar every morning. Mistake number 1, and this is the one that may surprise you most, is drinking coffee on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. I know coffee is sacred for many people. It is a ritual. It is a comfort. It is how you start your day and face the world. I am absolutely not telling you to give up your coffee. But the timing of when you drink your coffee may matter more than you ever realized, especially if you are over 60 and concerned about blood sugar. Research has shown that drinking coffee before eating anything can raise blood sugar levels, particularly in people who already have some degree of insulin resistance. One well-designed study found that coffee consumed on an empty stomach before breakfast significantly impaired glucose tolerance. This means that the body had a harder time processing the sugar from the meal that followed, and blood glucose levels rose higher and stayed elevated longer. Why does this happen? There are several mechanisms at play. First, caffeine can interfere with how your cells respond to insulin. It can temporarily make your cells more resistant to insulin's signal, meaning glucose has a harder time getting out of your bloodstream and into your cells, where it can be used for energy. Second, caffeine stimulates the release of cortisol, especially when consumed early in the morning, when cortisol is already naturally elevated. More cortisol means more glucose release from the liver. Third, for some people, coffee on an empty stomach can irritate the digestive system and trigger a stress response, compounding the effects already mentioned. For adults over 60, who often have some degree of insulin resistance, even if they have never been diagnosed with diabetes or prediabetes, these effects may be more pronounced. That morning cup of coffee you thought was harmless or even healthy could be setting your metabolism on a less favorable path for the entire day. The fix is not to give up coffee. It is to consider eating something before your first cup. This does not have to be a full breakfast. It can be something small and simple. A few bites of protein, a hard-boiled egg, a small piece of cheese, a spoonful of Greek yogurt, a handful of nuts, half an avocado, something that provides a little fuel and helps buffer the effects of caffeine on your system. Alternatively, you could delay your coffee by an hour or so after waking. This allows your natural cortisol peak to pass. Cortisol typically peaks about 30 to 45 minutes after you wake up and may reduce the blood sugar impact of caffeine. I know this one is difficult for people who have a deeply ingrained morning coffee ritual. The idea of waiting an hour or eating before that first sip may feel almost impossible. But if you are struggling with elevated fasting glucose or poor blood sugar control, this is absolutely worth experimenting with. Try eating something small before coffee for 1 or 2 weeks. Check your blood sugar before and after. See if your numbers improve. You can always go back to your old routine if it makes no difference, but you might discover that this simple change has a bigger impact than anything else you have tried. Let me now bring together everything we have covered today. If you are over 60 and your blood sugar seems elevated in the morning, even before you have eaten anything, I want you to consider these 5 morning habits. Mistake number 5 is hitting the snooze button multiple times. Each snooze cycle may trigger a cortisol spike that tells your liver to release glucose. The fix is to set one alarm and get up when it rings. Mistake number 4 is not drinking water first thing in the morning. After a night of sleep, you are mildly dehydrated and your blood is more concentrated, which can affect glucose readings. The fix is to drink a full glass of water before anything else. Mistake number 3 is going straight from bed to sitting and staying sedentary. Your muscles need movement to pull glucose from your bloodstream. The fix is to add 5 to 10 minutes of gentle movement right after waking. Mistake number 2 is shallow, stressed breathing after you wake up. Rapid chest breathing activates fight or flight and raises cortisol, which releases glucose. The fix is to spend 2 or 3 minutes doing slow, deep belly breathing to calm your nervous system. Mistake number 1 is drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Caffeine can impair insulin function and spike cortisol, raising your blood sugar before you even eat. The fix is to eat something small before your first cup or delay coffee by an hour after waking. None of these changes are difficult. None of them cost money. None of them require special equipment or complicated planning. They are simply small adjustments to your morning routine that may help your body start each day in a healthier metabolic state. And here is something important to understand. These habits work together. They build on each other. When you wake up calmly with one alarm, hydrate immediately with a full glass of water, move your body gently for a few minutes, breathe slowly and deeply to calm your nervous system, and eat something before your coffee. You are sending your body consistent signals that everything is safe and stable. Your stress hormones stay calmer. Your blood sugar stays more balanced. You set a positive tone that can carry through your entire day. I want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes only. I am not your personal doctor, and I do not know your specific health situation. If you have diabetes, if you take medications for blood sugar, if you have other metabolic conditions, please talk with your physician before making significant changes to your routine. What works well for one person may not be appropriate for another, and your doctor can help you make safe choices. But if you have been frustrated by morning blood sugar readings that seem higher than they should be, no matter how carefully you eat the night before, these 5 habits may be worth examining. Sometimes the answer is not on your plate. It is in your routine. It is in the small things you do before food ever enters the picture. Thank you so much for watching this entire video. It truly means a lot that you invested this time in your health. If you found this information useful, please hit the like button right now. It really does help more people over 60 find this content. And if you are not subscribed to this channel yet, I would love to have you join our community. I create videos every week specifically for adults over 60 who want to stay healthy, strong, independent, and in control of their own well-being. Leave me a comment below and tell me your age, where you are watching from, and which of these 5 morning mistakes surprised you the most. Have you been hitting snooze every morning, drinking coffee before eating, going straight from bed to the couch? I genuinely want to hear about your experience and your challenges. And if you know someone who struggles with their morning blood sugar, a spouse, a friend, a family member, please share this video with them. Sometimes a single piece of information presented at the right moment can change everything. Take good care of yourself. Make tomorrow morning a little bit better than today, and I will see you in the next video.